Stay tuned. This week's episode of Doggy Dilemmas is all about fast friends and their tremendous expansion. You won't want to miss it.
Denise Mazzola is a certified professional dog trainer with over 20 years experience training dogs and people. If you've got a doggy dilemma, Denise can help.
Welcome to this week's episode of Doggy Dilemmas. We're not really talking about dilemmas today because we're visiting Fast Friends Greyhound Rescue. And not only do they have a wonderful adoption center where you can find some really nice greyhounds, and you may have seen them on Pet of the Week, but today we're going to visit and see how they have expanded their facility. So I know that they've enlarged their doggy daycare, and they've made it so that it's more behaviorally sound, is how I would describe it. We'll see some barriers that are up between the dog rooms, so there's no barrier frustration, which doesn't help dogs. And every room now has a outdoor space attached to it. So their access to the outside, some fresh grass will be immediate and really, really nice. There's also some large room I've only heard of, I haven't seen it yet, where they're going to have training classes. If you're looking for a space to rent for events, my understanding is that you'll be able to do that as well. So Fast Friends is really on the cutting edge. They're doing all kinds of new and innovative things here. So let's go in and take a look. Wow, this is fantastic. Look at this.
So these will be the yards that the doggy daycare are in. We have indoor and outdoor. All the yards have doors so that they can go right from their playrooms right to the outside.
Nice, very nice. All right, so this is going to be your new, daycare space.
Correct.
This is amazing. And there's 5 rooms as we walked in,
yes.
And they each have their own door, you said, so
Absolutely.
The dogs will be able to go, they have to be let out still.
Exactly. Yep, they'll go right from the play yards, right from the inside play yards, right to their own outside play yards.
Nice, nice. And do you have a vision of how many dogs per room, or like?
It'll be depending on the staff to dog ratio. Usually, it depends on their energy levels and everything like that. We want to make sure that it's a safe environment for the dogs as well as the staff.
Right.
So we're still kind of working that out as far as how many in each one, but we'll definitely make sure that it's the best fit.
So do you think your capacity will enlarge? I mean, what was the motivation to do all this expansion?
When we opened this facility, it really took off in this area, which was wonderful. And we have a lot of people bring in their dogs. We're full almost every day, and boarding included. So the idea is that we can get more dogs in here, and more yards, play yards, so that they can have a great time, and it'll also help subsidize the greyhounds.
That's great. This is a really nice space. I like that the partitions are solid.
Yes.
Because in my line of work, this is going to prevent a lot of frustration from these dogs looking at those dogs and barking. And what you had explained to me is the same fencing will be across the front,
yes.
so that if you have to walk dogs past them, there won't be any of that either. And that's really great. So let's take a look at the outdoor yards here, because these look really nice. This is lovely. So every daycare room has an outdoor space that looks like this.
Yes, absolutely. We just weighed the sod. It should be ready in a couple of weeks. So we're
looks
really
like it's going to be
about that. And all the play yards have a door in between as well. So if staff needs to get from one yard to the other, they can. And it'll be closed off at the end. And we'll have 2 bigger yards at the end and behind these yards, and also we'll have areas for the boarding dogs to be able to go out as well.
This is just fantastic. I can't help but think how lovely the grass looks now. We won't be back to show what happens to it, but this is going to be great digging material for the dogs, which, that happens.
We're hoping that having staff out here, that won't happen, but it's all as far as the grass goes, it's kind of trial and error to see kind of what works and what doesn't. We're hopeful that it'll stay green and in place.
Well, the grass certainly helps with drainage,
Yes.
and, you know, dogs like to be on grass, and they're, you know, it's kudos to you Fast Friends for really putting the grass in. And I love the fencing. Again, keeps that barrier of frustration from happening.
Yes.
Just focused on their play groups. And do you have any sort of equipment? It seems like I heard that there was some playground equipment. Will each room have it, or
Yes.
rotated through? Nice.
Yes, we want to have some kind of playground equipment in each area because the dogs love that. They love to jump on it underneath and play. So every yard will have something.
Great.
In there.
That is lovely. All right, so I'm very excited. Let's see your downstairs space where there's going to it's just as big probably as this space up here.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go take a look at that. Wow.
So
this is great.
This is our expansion that we will be holding events, training classes, and also doing doggy birthday parties, and people can lease out the space. So it's a nice open space that people can come and use, and it's going to work out great.
That's fantastic. Let's just go over again. So tell me about birthday parties, like my children's birthday parties or dog birthday parties?
And dog birthday parties. We are, sorry, I got all tongue-tied. We're trying to think of great ways that we can use this, and people love their dogs and they love to spoil them.
Right.
So what a better way than to have a doggy birthday party?
That's fantastic.
All their dog friends can come in.
Will so what role will Fast Friends play in the birthday party? Do you are there going to be packages that come with balloons and whatever streamers, and then stuff for the dogs as well, different packages?
Absolutely. Yeah, and we're still kind of coming up with the ideas, but that's the thought is that people can sign on for packages and we'll come down and decorate and do whatever and make it a good party.
That's great.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
what a
also
nice
for
idea.
the kids as well. We can also do kids' birthday parties and bring down dogs, the greyhounds, for them to interact with and meet and greet.
Right, that's great. And so you'll have training classes here. Do you have an idea of what kind of classes are going to be offered, or?
We're going to lease out the space to trainers, but also have a trainer on staff that will also be doing classes. So it'll be an array of classes that we'll offer here.
Wow, you guys are, every time I come here, there's just so many new and exciting things. And events, do you have any events in mind, that you're going to be doing?
Yes, we're going to be doing a wine and cheese event in October, where we'll have different vendors come in and do showcase what they do in their shops. So different chocolates, sweets, stuff like that, wine, and people can come in, pay an admission fee, and then get to sample everything and vote on who they like the best.
That's very ingenious. That's very nice. All right, so we've got events, dog training classes. We've got people birthday parties. We have dog birthday parties. Anything that we missed that and if I just wanted to rent this space,
yes, absolutely,
for anything, for a reception or a party,
absolutely. This is going to be a big open space, and people are more than welcome to come and lease it out and use it for their events as well.
Yeah, and it's nice and quiet down here.
Yes.
I don't know if it's climate controlled, but it's nice and cool today.
It's cool today, but we do have the heating and the air conditioning, so it will be cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
And I just want to sort of just remind people that we came in through there's an outside entrance down the side of the building to get us to this space.
Yes.
That's great. This is very exciting.
Thank you. We're excited about it.
Great. Thank you for watching this episode of Doggy Dilemmas. Today we visited Fast Friends, where we saw their tremendous expansion of lots of new boarding facility. We have new doggy daycare facility where each room has its own access to the outside. This space that we just talked about here, as well as in the future, they're thinking about grooming and hydrotherapy. So keep them on your radar, because there's lots of exciting things happen at Fast Friends. And don't forget, if you're looking to adopt a greyhound, stop down here because there's plenty available for adoption. I look forward to seeing you next week.
If you have a doggy dilemma, Denise can help. Visit www.denisemazola.com for more information. Denise Mazzola is a certified professional dog trainer tested through the Association of Pet Dog Trainers. The association requires recertification every 3 years with a minimum of 30 hours of continuing education. She has been training dogs and working with families for over 20 years.